Penn State firing of James Franklin and the stuff that I've been thinking about since I heard Danny Cannell, which is an ex-NFL player, ex-pretty good college player. He was talking about how Virginia Tech landing James Franklin is a giant plus for him. My opinions on what I see when it comes to being a spectator of coaches, understanding what goes on, especially from the athletic director perspective. Now, this is me watching from afar, and I see how coaches act after the pregame. I watch the pregame conference. I watch the postgame conference because it intrigues me to see what they have to say and how much enthusiasm they bring to the sporting cause to try to get people hyped up to get behind them. Now, the problem I have, especially with James Franklin, I compare James Franklin, and I know people are going to look at me crazy, and I've said it in previous videos. James Franklin is the same type of coach that you're going to get with Brian Kelly. What do I mean by that? Average to mediocre performance every year. You'll get your wins you're supposed to win. You'll get a bowl game once in a while, but you're not going to win it all. Even a conference, the conference title is nice, but nowadays that you're paying the players, you got to perform. What the problem with Virginia Tech is, if you got to look at it from two perspectives. If James Franklin is as good as Danny Cannell says, and you have all the money that flows into Penn State, and you have pretty much a pick of who you want to play for you, especially when it comes to paying them, what is Virginia Tech going to bring James Franklin now? Other than getting large paychecks for being mediocre. The reason I'm saying he's going to go mediocre is look what he's against in the ACC. He's got top tier, I'm going to say top tier with quotations, Florida State, and at the moment, as much as I don't like North Carolina, and as much as I don't care for Clemson, Georgia Tech making a push because, like I said, this whole money perspective has taken control of everything. From a coaching perspective, from watching James Franklin, and I even got his record up here. Yeah, he's got an amazing record, but so did Brian Kelly. It's all about who you put around, are able to put around, to make the coach better. Virginia Tech doesn't have a record of that. And now that you have competition with money coming from each school, especially with higher quality coaches that you're going to be playing against, just like in the Big Ten, what is he really going to prove? That's my thing. When it comes to these overpaid coaches, and you don't get your national championship, and you have a demeanor that doesn't have a pure championship win, James Franklin doesn't bring that fire when it comes to being a head coach. And I'm going to say it like this, Ryan Day. Why is Ryan Day so successful? It's because he's an a-hole. I'm going to give it like that. He has a personality he has a coach's mentality. I mean, that's the best way I got it. You know he's going to go get who he wants, how he wants, and pay what he needs. Dan Lanning, he's more of a likable guy, but he doesn't have a killer instinct when it comes to, especially what happened playing Indiana in Oregon. They didn't look right. That or the gamblers were on the right side of that one, because I got smoked. But this is just, I'm not complaining about James Franklin. Good for him, he's going to get more money. But what is he honestly going to bring? Is it going to turn into another Brian Kelly situation where he's going to end up having to sue him at the end whenever they fire him? This coaching, this money situation is ridiculous. But like I said, I've got James Franklin's resume up here. It's not bad. You got to remember the Big Ten has gotten better and better, and James Franklin, he made a college playoff, they lost. And then aren't you supposed to get better as the next year comes? Whenever you're supposed to know everything? Hey, like I said, him and Brian Kelly, whoop-de-doo. And I wish I didn't have to say something like that. It's just my opinion. But when it comes to getting elite athletes, Penn State, you should have the first pick before something like Virginia Tech. But I know the coaching carousel's around and it's hard to find a good coach. But, I mean, Virginia Tech's not going to get any worse. I'm going to put that one on him. But anyway, where's Brian Kelly going to do when he gets his lawsuit going? All the way full swing. Man, I wish they didn't pay coaches until after they show performance. My opinion.